Hi, it's Greg from episode 7 of How I Vegan podcast. Last year, I started an accessories brand called Assisi Style, creating belts and wallets from cork, a wonderful natural leather alternative that's both vegan and sustainable. So far, I've designed belts and wallets in classic black and brown, with a new two-tone wallet and 2 new handbag designs on the way, just in time for Christmas. Each piece comes in a stylish gift box, so they make the ideal gifts for hard-to-buy-for vegans. Visit my website, assisi.style, to view the current range. That's ASSISI.style. Use the voucher code HELLO20 for an extra 20% off our already discounted prices on your first order. Assisi Style. Kindness accessorized.
Welcome, listener. This is episode 74.
That's a lot of episodes.
It's our festive special, and we've got some contributions from previous guests. It's also the first episode that Wes and I are doing side by side.
And it's really freaking me out. Normally sat in front of a screen, I'm sat in your office doing this, and it's like, yeah, I can't cope.
It's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. So we've got some feedback from our previous episode with Lee from Giles, who was one of our guests earlier in the autumn. And Giles says, listen to the latest episode. The bit about forgetting the language you are used to is quite extreme when speaking to non-vegans. Reminded me of a time when I said at a party that a friend was impregnated rather than pregnant by mistake. People looked horrified at me. I think I spoiled the atmosphere. Yes, it's easy to use that sort of thing. Somebody at work the other day mentioned about how they are incredibly healthy because they don't eat ultra-processed foods, UPFs.
Yeah.
And then we had a very brief discussion that ended with me saying I'd rather eat something that's processed than murdered.
Yes.
And then he didn't speak to me for the rest of the shift.
Which, if it's got anything to do with that, is okay.
Yeah, which I'm fine with because he said, his thing was all about, it's all about health for me, and I was like, well, it's not for me, so go away. So, we had a lot of very positive feedback on Lee, our previous guest, so check that out. And also, big thanks to all our listeners this year. As we mentioned in our post, our Spotify Wrapped post. It's good to see lovely fans engaging, and our average rating for the year, 4.8. I was going to ask...
What does that even mean?
Well, out of 5, so people can, when we say like, rate and subscribe.
Yeah.
So our average rating is 4.8.
Oh, that's all right.
Out of 5.
That's nearly 5.
But was that you who marked us as 1 star?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I subscribe but I don't listen. So I thought, well, I can't like 5. So I went with 1.
Fine. That's okay.
I thought that would be okay.
Okay. Okay, well, why don't we have a listen to some of the clips we've had from our wonderful guests.
Coffee with milk, please.
We only have plant milk. Is that okay?
Stop! It's not okay. And if something like this has happened to you, you need to call me, Seymour Loudermilk, right now. If you've had your feelings hurt by a vegan, you could be entitled to compensation.
Oat milk, soy milk, almond milk?
No thanks. I'll have louder milk. And I'll see you in court.
Get more with Seymour. Call 866-8-VEGANS. 8vegans.com.
Happy holidays. It's Sam and Christine of the Compassion and Cucumbers Vegan Podcast. One of our vegan highlights from 2024 was definitely our interview with Wes and Matt right here on the How I Vegan Podcast. It's episode 62, so please check it out. Have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. We wish you all the best.
Hi everyone, it's Tina from episode 58. My vegan highlight of 2024 would absolutely have to be the Vegan Kids Festival in Bristol. It's at the Woodhouse Park Activity Centre, and we had the best weekend. I honestly recommend it to all vegan families. We cannot wait to go back again next year.
Hi, this is Sarah, aka Farm Girl Goes Vegan from episode 64. My vegan highlight of the year was finding my new fave place for Sunday roast, LD's Kitchen at the Black Heart in Camden. Oh, and Walker's Sensations, my fave crisps, finally going vegan. Made my year, to be honest.
Hi, my name's Jodie, Green Vegan from episode 71. Vegan highlights this year for me have to be speaking at the Vegan Camp Out. It's been one of my long-standing dreams to talk at the Vegan Camp Out, and I've finally done that. Also talking at the only vegan theatre in the UK this year, the Garlands Theatre, about petting farms, and my book, Nero the Brave Little Bull. The fact that we've made a breakthrough in bringing veganism more into the workplace, which wasn't evident before. Real big achievement. And I think the final highlight is just all the lovely feedback and lovely comments and support I received for my non-profit book, Nero the Brave Little Bull, which supports the Retreat Animal Sanctuary. It's all the comments that people send me and pictures of their children reading it that just really make a difference. So thank you.
Hey, this is Bruce, aka UK Vegan Bikers from episode 53. My vegan highlight of 2024 was a tough one to choose, but I'm going to go with our annual UK Vegan Bikers Rally. This was held at Brook Farm Animal Sanctuary in Raunds in July. It was held in conjunction with the annual Sheep Over event for everyone else, and it was a huge success. It was great to spend a weekend with like-minded people, and food-wise, we had fish and chips from the amazing Saving Nebo, and we also had donuts from Damn Good Dough. Next year's event will be held over on the first weekend in July, so if you'd love to spend a weekend surrounded by fellow vegans and rescued animals, keep an eye on ours and Brook Farm socials and websites for details. Special mention to Andromeda Moto for the release of their Infinity vegan motorcycle boots and Meteor 2 gloves. I'd like to wish everyone a fantastic festive period, and thanks to Wes and Matthew for producing this great podcast. Cheers.
Hello, it's Jake Yap here from episode 51. My highlights of the year. Well, first, it's working out how best to roast tofu. And you got to trust me on this one if you haven't tried it. Tear it up into bite-sized chunks in a bowl. Douse it in Maggi seasoning. You can use soy sauce, but honestly, Maggi seasoning, it's got an edge. It's worth it. Douse it in that, and then add a couple of spoonfuls of vegan mayonnaise. Toss it in that and roast it really hot, like 220 if you can, for maybe 30, even 40 minutes, turning it occasionally until it's crispy all over. Honestly, you'll never go back. It's like the only way to do tofu now. Trust me. That and vegan Nutella, which I tried in France earlier this year, and oh boy, it's well worth the hype. In any case, Happy New Year to you two, and to you too listening. You know what I'm saying.
Hi, it's Giles from episode 68. My vegan highlight of 2024 was seeing H&M drop down feathers. This has been a long battle here in Sweden, and actually one of our activists is currently being prosecuted by Stockholm City with a charge for doing activism, which was very innocuous, just giving out leaflets on the street. But she arranged that meeting with Peter and the CEO of H&M. So a big shout out to Janita in Stockholm for that. And yeah, that was a big win, as well as the Max Mara dropping fur.
Hiya guys, it's Sarah from episode 57. Thanks for having me on to speak again, and wishing you all an awesome Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Enjoy the festive times. My vegan highlight of 2024, my favourite foods were just things like my biscuits, and finding loads of awesome things out there, new brands bringing out like awesome new things. Tofu, I had like a new scrambled one, that was amazing. But my biggest vegan highlight of the year was my partner, who's always been very supportive and interested in my lifestyle, has decided to take the plunge himself, and he is now vegan as well, which is amazing. We find lots of interesting places to eat, and it's nice just to have it to share with somebody. I'm like super proud of him.
Bonjour. This is Emma from episode 59. My vegan highlight from 2024 was Hotel Belle Plage in Cannes in the south of France. I was able to enjoy the most holistic, nourishing, luxurious vegan experience I've ever had in my life. The 5-star boutique hotel has a spa and a plant-based restaurant that is just a food-gasmic experience. Chef Michel is so passionate about what he does, and it's all locally sourced produce that is organic and has superfoods and is just so holistic. And so I felt so aligned and so at home. And that, accompanied by the nourishing treatments in the spa, just makes it just magical. Honestly, just an incredibly magical place to be, and I cannot wait to go back. So that was my obvious choice for my vegan highlight from 2024.
Hi, this is Hema from episode 50. I would say my vegan highlight of 2024 is just continuing to see people going vegan. I've met so many new vegans this year, and it's really great to see people deciding to live a cruelty-free life and embracing everything that is vegan.
Hi, I'm Malin from episode 54. My vegan highlight from this year was definitely the Vegan Campout Festival. So much good food, so many great people, so many good education sessions, and the weather was just perfect. I wish you a happy 20 and 25. Peace.
Hi, it's Dana from episode 72. My vegan highlight of 2024 was definitely watching all the talented vegan kids perform in the talent shows this year at Vegan Campout and the Vegan Kids Festival. The level of talent some of these kids have got is awesome, and I for one am very excited for the future to see the next generation of vegans take over the world.
Hi, it's Roberta from episode 66, and my vegan highlights of 2024 was definitely being on your podcast. It was my first ever podcast and actually wasn't that scary. So thank you guys for making me feel welcome and for having me on. Another big highlight is that we successfully launched a vegan and animal rights conference in UK. On the food front, though, I am so happy that I finally can have some plant-based Nutella on my crumpets and toasts, as well as I recently discovered vegan Lithuanian brand called Amala. They do smoked sausages and like cooked hams, which are perfect for like pizzas and sandwiches. So look out for them if you're in Lithuania, which is a rare chance, but you never know. I also found them in a vegan store in Paris, which was very exciting.
Hello, Matt and Wes, and all the fellow listeners. It's Dave from Cardiff, episode 63. Obviously, I'm a super fan of the show. Always listening, twice maybe. Yeah, my vegan highlight would be the fact that I came on the show finally. I was pretty nervous, and you guys put me at ease, and it was just great to meet you both and have a chat about veganism, which is not something you tend to be able to do really, without being judged or being asked stupid questions. So that was brilliant, and that is my top vegan highlight of the year. And I just wanted to say a quick thank you to both of you, and you're probably fed up with me saying, but I appreciate all you do. You know, it's a big commitment to be pumping out podcasts every 2 weeks, especially with a family and full-time job. So cheers, guys, and long may it continue, and maybe we'll get to 100 or more. And so Merry Christmas to the pair of you, and to all the fellow guests and fellow listeners, and have a lovely holiday and a lovely new year, and maybe Greg's will bring back the plant milks next year. Cheers, bye.
There's nothing better than a hunk of prime Labrador steak, wonderfully marbled. And that is almost entirely dependent on how it's produced. Elwood's organic dog meat has complete control of this entire journey. So I'm here at Elwood's farm to find out a little more about it.
Welcome to Elwood Farms.
Thank you very much, Elwood.
I hear you do a bit of barbecuing.
I do a little bit of barbecuing every now and then, yes. From a chef's point of view, consistency is key for everything.
It doesn't matter if it's a Rottweiler ribeye, a Pyrenees mince, or a Lab sirloin.
You can always tell when the dog comes from a place where it was well reared. And every step has to be right, doesn't it? Oh, you should see these guys. So, from an Elwood's point of view, there's complete traceability.
Absolutely. Unrivaled traceability, so it's fine.
Every single piece of dog meat.
Yeah, from pup to farmer's market.
Everything the dog's been fed.
Everything about it.
For each dog.
Yeah, only Marks and Spencer's and Whole Foods do this.
Where else can people order from?
From elwooddogmeat.com. That's ELWOOD dogmeat.com.
For top quality meat from dogs for people. Meat that's local, sustainable, and humanely harvested. There's only Elwood's organic dog meat. They seem pretty friendly, don't they? They're more responsive to me than my kids, to be honest.
Listener, we've just been talking for 2 minutes with the microphone muted. Anyway, that was lovely.
It was good to hear from everybody again.
Yes,
nice.
Thanks very much to everyone who contributed, and thanks especially to Dave for his nice words at the end there. Although he does end on "Long may it continue," and we do have a bit of an announcement on that because this is going to be the last one for a bit.
Yeah.
You know when U2 performed at the Point Arena in Dublin in 1990, and at the end of it, Bono said, "We need to go away and think it all up again."
Yeah, that works.
That's exactly what we're going to do. So we're not going to put out any new episodes for a bit, and
see what happens.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah,
and
we might not be
knows?
back. We might be back. Somebody else might take it over, and if you do, happy days. We don't know. But
someone might buy it off us for £1 billion.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. But no, seriously, thank you all very much for listening. Thanks to all our wonderful guests. Certainly learned loads.
Yeah, I mean, we did say that if we probably wouldn't even get 10 episodes out of it. So
True.
To have got 74 episodes is like awesome.
Yeah.
We didn't make it to 100, unfortunately, but
you never know.
We do have lives as well, apart from this.
Well, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah,
okay, not lives stuff. We have stuff on.
We have stuff. And we're old men.
Yeah.
So, yes, thank you very much for listening. And what just to spring this on you, what's the biggest thing that you've learned?
The biggest thing that I've learned? Wow.
I'll give you some thinking time. Mine was when Bruce came on and told us that toilet paper isn't always vegan.
Oh, God, yeah.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of putting animal products in bog roll? Unbelievable.
Yeah, that sucks. I think the biggest thing I've learned is that I don't want to make it too negative. That's the problem. That even in I think I'm just going to go with it.
Go on.
That even in a community that is trying its best to make positive change, people can still be against each other.
Yes.
Which I've mentioned quite a lot recently, and it's the reason I've come off social media, as I've said before.
Mm.
But the fact we're all on the same side and we're still arguing with each other as well is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So look after yourselves.
Yes, look after yourselves and
each
other.
You do you, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry to end on a low point, but it is.
That's not. Yeah, it's not necessarily a low point. It's we'll end it with positivity by saying, yeah, you do you. As long as you're doing what you can.
Yeah, I think
that's all you need to do, isn't it?
Even in my job, I've learned that as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, that's okay.
Yes.
And that's physically or verbally.
Mm-hmm.
Look after each other, look after yourself, and have an awesome Christmas and awesome futures. And if we come back, we come back. And if we don't, you've got 74 episodes you can listen back to.
Yeah, listen and re-listen.
Yeah. And thank you for being there. Thank you for listening to the stuff we've put out. We've always said we haven't got a clue what we're doing. We still don't. But thank you for being there.
Yeah. Thank you for your engagement on social media. Thanks for keeping us going. Because like Wes said, we thought we'd get maybe 10 and here we are, 74. So thanks very much. And in the words of Mark and Lard, stop.